I think there needs to be much more emphasis on finding the holistic solution, finding the way to do it naturally, finding the way to, some way give your body the stimulus to heal over taking some medical intervention. And this is not to say that it's not necessary at some points, but I think we should at least put time and effort into the attempt. I think, what, if you're having issues with health, maybe just really clean up your diet. Maybe cut out all processed foods, cut out all chemicals, cut out everything in your body that can't be absorbed, that your body doesn't know what to do with, and then see what happens. And then see if you're still having these issues. And then see if, what, maybe I'm still having these problems. Let me then go see a doctor. Let me then go do these things. And it's like, there's been so many times in my life where I've made the wrong decision. And it's only over the past few years. And I'll tell you guys a quick story of what really changed my mind, but it was only over the past few years where I really started to make a change, where I really started to, understand that I have everything within myself to heal myself. I have everything within my means to allow my body to work properly. And if my body works properly, maybe these symptoms go away. I'm not saying they do. I'm not saying that it's a guarantee, but I'm saying there's a chance, and there's a chance you don't have to throw off everything else by, getting an invasive surgery, taking a prescription drug, taking something that's going to throw off something else, because we need to understand that our body's a chain. Any stimulus we give it could throw off that chain, and then the entire system might break down. Like, think of a factory. If the first machine breaks, there's no production at the last few machines. Like there will be a bottleneck. Like, things won't get done, and this is what is happening in each and every individual's body, because we're putting in processed chemicals. We're putting seed oils. We're putting estrogen. We're putting soy. We're putting all these nonsense things into our body, and we wonder why we are the sickest country in the world. We wonder why we have so many adverse health issues, and it really just comes from a non-holistic approach to health. Like, instead of seeing fruit, instead of seeing vegetables, instead of eating beans, instead of eating ground beef or any sort of meat that doesn't have any hormones or chemicals in it, like, we'll go to McDonald's, we'll go to Chick-fil-A, we'll go to all these fast food places, and it's just like, if you want to actually be healthy, maybe just take yourself serious. Maybe just understand what you're putting into your body is what your body will become. And if you're absorbing shit, you're gonna become shit. Like, I'm sorry to say it in that way, but that's really what it is. And it's not just with diet. It's not just with ailments. It's not just with, conditions. It's also with injuries. Like, dude, there is so much potential that we're leaving on the table in terms of health if we just find a way to do healthy movement every single day. Like, I blew up my knee, I want to say 2-3 years ago now, and I was literally told by a doctor, I need to get surgery, I'll never walk the same. And I said, you know what, I'm going to see how much I can rehab without surgery, and we'll see if I still need it after this. And you know what, I could literally right now go to a doctor and say, operate on my knee, and they would do it, because there's damage in there that is clear indication that my knee shouldn't work. But I can get around better than I could before the knee injury. And it's like, there's so much more in us, and our body has the adaptability to survive. That's what we were designed to do, survive. We were designed to adapt to our environment and survive. And your body has a crazy way of healing itself. It has a crazy way of finding a way to just persist and continue to survive. And I think this is a thing that we really need to emphasize. Like, the survival element in human beings is extraordinary, and if you just give your body the right signs, the right stimulus, like, you could conquer anything. Like, we've all heard all of these stories about people miraculously healing themselves, and I'm not saying you're going to do that, but you could come close. You could affect some change. You could do something that is in some way going to improve your current situation without medical intervention. And it's like, all it takes is a little bit of due diligence. All it takes is a little bit of research. Like, I can suggest you a million books. Like, literally just ask me what you want to know on a certain subject, and I'll give you a book. Literally comment that right now. Like, I don't care. I just want to help, and I want this information to be out there, because so many people are looking for medical intervention. But the problem with medical intervention is you can't fix an issue by curing a symptom. Curing a symptom doesn't mean that the issue is solved. It just means that, whatever issue is being expressed in that symptom, you know what? The easiest way to describe it is with knee pain. A lot of times knee pain comes from back and ankle issues, because when your back and ankle are out of alignment with each other, that puts a lot of pressure on your knees. So then eventually your knees will start to break down because they're taking more and more stress. And if we thought of knee injuries as a back and ankle issue, there'd be so many less knee problems. But because we don't do that, we are just really pigeonholing ourselves into getting surgeries, getting all of these invasive things, taking painkillers, taking all this nonsense. And really, if we just stretched our hips and ankles, if we just really just put some effort into rehab, like, a lot of the issues might resolve themselves. And there's so much potential for making yourself feel better without having to rely on someone else. Because I don't know about you, but Emerson's one of my favorite authors. I am all about self-reliance. I'm all about doing things for yourself. And it's like, what's stopping you? It costs you nothing. All it does is cost you a little bit of time. And wouldn't you rather put a little bit of time in yourself to not have something invasive in your body, to not have an invasive procedure? Like, why don't we see how far we can go before we need to rely on someone else? And I think this is a perspective that I really want more people to take, especially in terms of health, because everyone wants the quick fix. Everyone wants the pill, but the magic pill is the ability of your body to heal itself. The magic pill is the ability of your mind and body to combine and cure anything that is in your way, cure any problem, find the solution to any sort of physical ailment, any sort of physical injury. And it's like, maybe we're limited in this sense. Maybe we can't overcome everything, but like, why not try? Why not at least put in the effort before, we go about relying on someone else. We go about taking a drug. We go about getting a surgery. We go about doing something that, might have long-term repercussions. And if we just do the natural path, that's usually the best path. That's usually the best way to do it without prolonged, future ailments, future things. Because, I feel like I was getting on this point earlier, but like, a lot of drugs just mask symptoms. Like, if you think about most ailments, they're literally just from poor diet. They're just accumulation of toxins that, throw off a system in the body, and then the system becomes dysfunctional, and a dysfunctional system is going to cause problems, and it's going to express itself in, some sort of ailment. For me, hair loss. For other people, bad breath, yellow teeth. For other people, more serious issues. But at the same time, if we just fix our diet, maybe this issue starts to cure itself. Like, my hair's literally growing back right now after balding for the past 8 years. 8 years I've been balding for, and it's like, it's only coming back now because I chose to stand up and take responsibility for myself. Like, I've been through all of the pharmaceutical drugs. I've been through all those alleys, and the only thing that worked was changing my diet. The only thing that gave me any hope was changing my diet. Like, I'm not gonna be one of those dudes that says go to Turkey and take a prescription drug so that your hair doesn't fall out. Like, that's not what I'm about. And I'm always about the holistic approach before anything else. Find a way to do it yourself. And if you can't do it yourself, if you exhaust all your options, then go seek professional help. But I think we're literally just like, it's like that dude that goes to the nurse when he has a tummy ache. Like, you don't need to go to the nurse when you have a tummy ache. You probably just have to poop, drink water, or maybe eat some food. Like, why are you going to the nurse to cure you of something that you can cure yourself? And I think if we could just start to think of ourselves as that grown-up baby kid that's always going to the nurse's office, and start looking at things from a more objective perspective, and looking at things in terms of a more holistic perspective, like, this world could be a much better place. Because the problem with diet, the problem with health, is an unhealthy person physically is going to be an unhealthy person mentally. And not to say that there's not, that's a sweeping generalization, but like, if you're physically unhealthy, it's just gonna make you more angry. It's gonna make you more upset. It's gonna make it harder for your body to regulate all of the necessary things. And it's like, I really want everyone to be happy. I really want everyone to feel good about themselves. And feeling good is really so much from diet, so much from physical health, so much from all these things. And it's like, the more we can be aligned with nature, the more happy, peaceful, and loving we could be. And it's like, Lord knows we need that. Lord knows we need a loving and healthy world. And the further we get into all these nonsense chemicals in our body, all these, invasive medical procedures, it's like, why don't we go back to nature? Because what we're doing right now isn't working for us. What we're doing right now is only getting us further away from where we want to be. And yeah, if you want more from me, go ahead and join my school. I got courses and stuff in there. It's free right now, I think. Actually, I don't know when this video is going to come out. It might still be free. It might be paid, but it won't be expensive. Love all you guys. Check out my Discord. Peace out.